right, let's shift gears now to something that I have been covering for a long, long time that just really frustrates me. Al-Qaeda, through Saudi Arabian intelligence, controlled by British intelligence, the film Lawrence of Arabia is all about that, created the Wahhabist Al-Qaeda group. Not the entire Sunni, majority Muslim, 80% of Muslims are Sunni, 18% are Shiite, another 2% are other Alawite and other minority groups. 80% roughly of all Muslims, 1.5 billion conservatively worldwide, so that's over 1 billion people, are Sunnis. But a minority, the group British intelligence put in to kind of keep the Middle East backwards and uncivilized, talk about a coup d'etat against humanity, are these Wahhabists out of Saudi Arabia who run major black op operations, disinfo operations against us. We've tracked it back to Saudi Arabia because I'm telling the big story here. The Saudi Arabians are under this tyranny. I mean, we've had videos on YouTube censored within minutes criticizing the Saudi royal family. I mean, I've never seen so much heat come down on us, but when we cover these people. And, hey, you're tough guys. You were the big cowboys of what is Saudi Arabia today. You were the tough, you know, kind of Pancho Villa out in the desert, kicking everybody's butt. I'm not saying you're garbage, but I mean, you are British intelligence operatives. It's on record. And you did create Al-Qaeda to attack the Russians in 1979 through 1989. And you did use Al-Qaeda against the Serbs to attack them so they would respond, so NATO could come and bomb all of Serbia and take it over. And you have been used on 9/11, and you have been used with the underwear bomber. That was a setup. And you have been used now in Libya and Syria to just engage in bedlam. And Al-Qaeda is the sword of the New World Order. And here's a document cam shot of this. U.S. aircraft carrier arrives off Syrian coast. The whole report I've got here goes over all of this, that the fact that 70 fighter bombers and at least 17 warships, including the 3 Iowa Jima amphibious craft and guided missile cruisers to invade Syria, have shown up and arrived. And who are they planning to back up? Well, here is the prisonplanet.com, Infowars.com story right here. We can document cam that. Syrian rebels, when we finish with Assad, that's the leader of Syria, we will fight U.S. And then links to McClatchy newspapers, Israeli newspapers, all linked, where they admit that Al-Qaeda is the main force and is forcing Syrian families. They go into a house, they tell a dad, we're going to kill your 5 or 6 kids, we're going to kill your wife, this is on the news, unless you go suicide bomb a government building. And the dad goes and does it. I'd probably do it. And you know, if they had my guns to my kids' heads, I probably actually wouldn't. My God, I'm dedicated to liberty. But the point is, I'd think about it. And then they put it on the news and say, isn't it patriotic? You know, New York Times, they're forcing people to blow themselves up or kill their families. Torture is good. And so our government, our criminal banker government, is running Al-Qaeda to take over Libya, now Syria, and has aircraft carrier and 3 amphibious landing ships and missile cruisers, and there's Russian Spetsnaz backing up the Assad regime, who wasn't attacking anybody. So we're in a proxy war against Russia because bankers have kidnapped our country. I mean, this is so devastating. And it's in McClatchy. A shocking report by McClatchy newspapers, David Enders, I want him on immediately, reveals that the militants now on the front lines of the rebel uprising in Syria, we've been reporting this for over a year, supported by the Obama administration and other Western powers, are Al-Qaeda terrorists who killed U.S. troops in Iraq and are openly espouse their desire to fight the U.S. after they topple Bashar Al-Assad. And back to document cam. These guys, and we've got dozens of reports. I mean, it's like 5 reports a week. These guys out of Saudi Arabia, who they brought into Libya next to Egypt, are now going up here just north of Israel and Lebanon. They are now going into Syria, which is to get ready to go into Iran over here. They are openly, with signs on the BBC saying, we're done with Libya, we're going to Syria. They do this, 50,000 at least. They've been given, and here's the key, Not 1,000, not 2,000, not 3,000, not 4,000, not 5,000, not 6,000, not 7,000, not 8,000, not 9,000, not 10,000, not 11,000. 20,000 surface-to-air, heat-seeking, and radar-guided SAM missiles. And they are now saying that when this is in the news, this is LA Times, McClatchy, you name it. Our government gave it to them, our banker-run government. You understand how big this is. They are saying that they are going, repeat this again, to take over Libya. They did that. Next, we're going to Syria. Now they say we're going to Iran, which is Shiite, the Muslim minority. They're going to go to Iran, and when they're done, they're going to USA. And the feds, which are Federal Reserve bankers, they are absolutely going to arm them to come to America, attack us, and then they're going to take all our liberties in the name of fighting al-Qaeda that they run. The bankers run al-Qaeda to take over Libya, to take over Syria, to take over Iran, to take over Iraq previously, and now al-Qaeda, run by British intelligence for 100 years, is going to attack America and shoot down aircraft with heat-seeking and radar-guided missiles. They stand 2 miles from, I'm like 3 miles from the airport. These guys could sit there and just wait till aircraft pull off, take off, blow them up. When they're coming in, blow them up. And they will do it. And the media thinks you're so dumb. They are going to do all this until you give your rights up because of al-Qaeda. And it may not even be al-Qaeda. It may be other mercenaries doing it. I mean, this is how you bring a country down. If you're bankers, you've got terrorists, extremists, whoever. You use them to stage stuff to scare everybody to take over. I mean, is this what the ruling class really wants? I mean, you really want to get this wild in a country with 170 million gun owners? You really want to try to put us in re-education camps, you dumb bastards. I mean, you think we don't know. I'm ready to die. I'm ready for you to come torture me and kill me. I'm peacefully sitting here. I went in a federal building and got in their face yesterday. We're going to air that video tomorrow night. I'm not bragging. I'm just a man. I'm committed, like my ancestors. On the Mayflower in 1776 and 1836 against people trying to take their guns. I mean, it's in my blood. I'm not a slave. I'm not perfect, but I'm not bending over. Quite frankly, I love the challenge. I wasn't born to just be some coward down in the ditch licking your boots, and you're a bunch of bastards. It'd be one thing if our government was staging terror attacks to actually go defeat some enemy that was coming after us to get America motivated. That's evil. I wouldn't do it, but I know that's done. Global foreign banks are staging terror attacks to take our rights so they can enslave us and inject us with cancer viruses. I mean, this is McClatchy News. This is AP. This is Reuters, where our government, the CFR, 3 months ago came out and said, quote, we need al-Qaeda, we run al-Qaeda. And am I bad that I'm informed? I want to take my children on trips. But I can't physically get over some fat pedophile grabbing on my wife and children so they can't fly. And I've tried to fly once, and it created a situation because I couldn't deal with it. I mean, and I'm the bad guy because I don't want to be enslaved, and I don't want our government running al-Qaeda while saying that I've got to give my rights up because of al-Qaeda, and my government is using al-Qaeda to attack a country that didn't attack anybody but isn't controlled by them. I mean, that is just crazy. So get this article out. Syrian rebels, when we finish with Assad, we will fight the U.S. We will fire missiles into your aircraft. And the feds are like, awesome, please, immediately. We don't only have to drug people up and put them on the plane, you know, to blow something up. Please, immediately. Come on over. We're going to get more power. We're going to get control. This is going to be great. And they think you're so dumb, you're not going to know this when it all happens. Alex Jones here with some very important breaking news. The latest edition of InfoWars magazine, December 2012, is out. And no, we don't really cover people that think that the world is going to end on December 21st. We are predicting the world will not end. But we are predicting that the end of our free republic may take place if people don't wake up and get aggressive and angry and speak out against what's happening. This man wants your guns. That is the cover of the 60-page glossy magazine, jam-packed with information and the truth. And you know what they say, the truth will set you free. You can buy the magazine at cost in bulk in groups of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right up to 100 to give everyone you know. And believe me, people will open this up. It is full of unbelievably powerful graphics, cartoons. We've got artist profiles on patriots out there that are exposing the globalists. And it's got several articles breaking down the facts that Obama and his globalist controllers want to disarm the American people and are going to try to ban all semi-autos. The facts are in this magazine, and this is the most important of the 4 issues we have ever put out. And when you do sign up for the subscription, you don't just get 12 in the mail. When supplies last of the previous issues, we will put back issues like the November issue, Zombies, Are You a Zombie? Breaking down how television has put the general public into a trance-like state. You will get that when you sign up for the next 12 issues in December of 2012. Now, you're out there watching saying, Alex, we know all about the New World Order, and yes, the magazine's a great thing, but why should we support it? Well, you're also supporting free speech and print 2.0. With the internet kill switches coming in and all the rest of this, it's important to have physical copies that are out there, just like the founders did in the 10 years leading up to the Revolutionary War in 1776. They put out their little primitive broadsheets printed on both sides, pointing out the crimes of the crown, and that helped organize and awake the public to finally win the physical victory when war and conflict unfortunately came. My goal is to expose the globalist and to win the info war so it doesn't become a physical war. We've seen Hillary Clinton saying that they're winning the info war. Top globalist Zbigniew Brzezinski says that nationalism is growing and that people are waking up against outside forces because of populism and alternative media. This particular issue of the magazine is the one to give friends and family. It's the one to put under the tree or in the stocking. It's the one to leave at church. It's the one to leave at the dentist office. This is the one, the December issue of InfoWars magazine with Ron Paul, the attack on the Second Amendment, the police state, the GMO takeover. It's all there and all available at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139. Get your subscription or buy the magazines in bulk today. I'm Alex Jones signing off for InfoWars.com. Until next time, remember, if you're watching this, if you're receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.